WENY News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Jennifer Sheahen. Thanks for choosing WENY News at 5:30. The Calvin Harris murder trial could come to an end as early as tomorrow. Tensions in the courtroom were high today as the jury started deliberating the fate of Calvin Harris in his third murder trial. WENY's Ross Matei is in the Schoharie County at the courthouse with the latest. Ross. Well, April showers bring May flowers, so it's almost time to start planting, and WENY's Samantha Potter has what you need to know before you start digging. Samantha. Get your bike wheels greased and your helmets ready. The biannual event Streets Alive kicks off May 3rd. WENY's Natalie Abruzzo was in Ithaca earlier today and has more details on this event. Schuyler County District Attorney Joseph Fazzari rescinded his support for the dismissal of 84 Crestwood protesters. More than 100 protesters were promised to have charges of disorderly conduct and trespassing dismissed if they didn't purposely get rearrested. Well, last week, 19 separate protesters blockaded the gates of Crestwood Midstream on Seneca Lake and were arrested again. Now, before last week's arrest, 42 people had their charges dropped, and according to the protesting group We Are Seneca, Fazzari withdrew his offer because of the new arrests on Earth Day. And earlier this afternoon, one person was sent to the hospital and traffic was backed up momentarily after a two-car crash in Elmira. Around 3 o'clock at the intersection of Clements Center Parkway and East Hudson, a pickup truck hit a silver sedan. Police say the driver of the silver sedan was turning left on East Hudson when it was hit by the pickup truck going northbound on Clements Center Parkway. The sedan's driver was sent to the hospital for evaluation. Police say it appears the driver of the sedan failed to yield. And the city of Elmira could potentially continue to provide animal control or animal cruelty investigation services to several towns in Chemung County. According to our media partner, the Star-Gazette City Council is set to approve the services next week. It will renew annual contracts with the towns of Ashland, Catlin, Horseheads, and Veteran. Under the new contracts, charges range from $6,000 to $11,000 for 12 months of service. And the Athens School District is making some big cuts. According to the Towanda Daily Review, the Athens School Board approved to cut 21 faculty and staff positions at their board meeting earlier this week. Some of the cuts include 2 physical education positions, 2 art positions, 1 science, 1 math position, 2 librarians, several elementary positions, and many more. Superintendent Greg Stagg says the decision came after the district realized they had a shortfall while balancing the budget. But Stagg says it wasn't just about cutting positions to save money. The district also decided to create a few positions in areas where they needed more support. And a Pennsylvania state senator is worried about the decline of the number of volunteers at fire stations. Senator Randy Volkovich says the number of volunteer firefighters in Pennsylvania is 50,000, down from 300,000 4 decades ago. He says the state needs to form a strategy to boost the number of volunteer firefighters. Volkovich made the comments during a hearing at the Adamsburg Community Volunteer Fire Company, about 20 miles southeast of Pittsburgh. And a proposal to make beverage companies place a health label on sugary drinks is advancing in the New York State Assembly. The bill was forwarded on Wednesday to the Committee on Codes, often a bill's last stop before a floor vote. But the measure still faces some pretty big obstacles, particularly in the Republican-led state Senate. The labels would warn consumers of regular soda and other sugary drinks about the dangers of obesity, diabetes, and tooth decay. Public health officials say the labels would discourage overconsumption of sugar and save thousands of lives. Retailers and beverage companies oppose the idea, questioning why sugary beverages should be singled out when there are so many sources of sugar in the average American diet. Coming up, a woman responsible for inspiring generations of women to get fit has died. We've got our story right after the break.